So for the connections that need to be released to the old paradigm for money connections, I would recommend to take some vetiver oil, diluted in a 1:2 ratio. Apply some to the base of your spine and over the thymus for 3 nights in a row. Start 30 minutes prior to bedtime and do that. On the 4th day, you'll apply it here, okay? And you will continue with that for approximately 5 to 7 days. Now, meanwhile, also write down all your basic necessities that you have to pay for. You know, you could go crazy including everything, or you could lump some things together, just call it like household goods and sundry items, and you will, you know, you could maybe allot a price to that per month. If you don't know what it is, if you have an annual fee, like you pay annually for, say, a gym membership, just take that annual figure, divide it by 12 and jot that down. Now from that, take that and times it by 110%, okay? And that's going to be your new projected figure, okay? Every project that people do, whether it's construction or building anything, it does require planning. So just think of this as generally you're planning. You are planning for something and you're projecting forward that you will need. 10% should be more than enough for some inflationary items, considering that you're working with your light body, and there will be times you get guided to just rest or do without, and it's going to be fine. The last thing I will say as part of this is look forward to the future. Though this may feel like a contraction, it's more like a trimming. You know, it's you're just getting rid of some extraneous stuff and strings and emotional strings of connection. But it is important to stick with it, and it's important to know that it can change at different seasons. What you need in the summer might be different than what you need in the winter. So doing a seasonal budget is sometimes very helpful, especially with a big season change like summer versus winter, where the weather's different. There's just different factors. You're not intended to be deprived or limited, and you have to participate. This is very different than things that are taught out there, because there is a balance between you and your other half. There are things that you will genuinely feel like you wanted at one time and no longer even wish for because it's irrelevant to your new life. And that's okay. It'll feel very natural to you. It could be a wish, for example, like having a boat. You could say, well, I wish I had a boat. But the reality is do you want all the other things, encumbrances that go with having a boat, like the licensing and the expensive gas, and where do you put it in the winter? And what if the cops pull you over in your boat? And buying a fire extinguisher and repairs and upkeep and all the other stuff versus enjoying the boat? Or is it better to budget for simply renting a boat for a short time and not having all of the other overhead? Only you can make that decision, and that requires knowing yourself. So if it's something that you want, if it's something you sense your other half wants, you don't have to put that down right now. You will pick up on each other's wishes. Now is not the time for factoring that in on the money part. Okay, so thank you so much. You'll see the document for it.